Hello everybody, Army of Otters here, and today I'm bringing you a speedrun guide for the mission Cortana in Halo 3. This is by far one of the easiest missions in the entire game, probably next to Floodgate and Tsavo Highway. This is not a very luck-based mission though. Everything you see is super sound. This is actually a zero-death run, which I was really happy with, so I'm sure you guys can do it too. The mission is not too bad. So in that first room, I would recommend picking up that firebomb grenade next to that dead brute because I'm going to use that to kill a certain flood in this next room. So in this mission, this is a sub 10-minute run. The par time is 15 minutes. I recommend just going for the par time. As I fall down this hole, I'm aiming to land on this ledge just to kind of speed me up a little bit. You don't have to do that, but it's a nice little boost through this room. So as soon as Cortana stops crying, you can jump up here on this pipe, kind of just walk past these flood. The shotgun's actually pretty ineffective. Now that flood right there you want to kill if he has a shotgun. He'll either start with a shotgun, a sword, or a gravity hammer. The sword and gravity hammer aren't nearly as threatening because that shotgun will have range and it'll kill you pretty quickly. So make sure you firebomb him if he has a shotgun, and that's probably your biggest threat in that room. Those two carrier forms at the end there, if you have full shields like I did, just jump over them. Otherwise, there's a little tunnel on your right there you could see that you can just walk around them with. So this mission is kind of annoying because you have Cortana and the Gravemind yelling at you throughout the whole mission, which slows down gameplay. From a gameplay perspective, it really sucks. From a narrative perspective, it all makes sense, but I wish they would have incorporated it in a different way, because it's kind of annoying. So, fun fact about this mission, from what I understand, Floodgate and Cortana were actually originally supposed to be the same mission, whereas this would be where you destroy that Covenant cruiser that the Flood came to Earth on, and you would eliminate the Flood threat. But because of a time crunch, that didn't happen, and this mission was originally supposed to be kind of like a recreation of High Charity and the Flood-infected, but instead we kind of just have this really weird Flood-infected place that's supposed to be High Charity, but it's kind of hard to believe. Anyways, I recommend a carbine and a sword. You could also replace the carbine with a brute shot, but definitely get a sword. Jump over these guys. If you're quick through this room, you shouldn't have to worry about anything. Make sure you pick up that invisibility. That is absolutely crucial to this run. So, once we're through here, we have the hallway coming up next. This is easily one of the most difficult parts of the mission, in my opinion the second most, which is why we want that invisibility, because it makes it infinitely easier. Go in this tunnel on your right, and as soon as we exit, I'm going to turn on my invisibility, and that guy will stop shooting me, which will allow me to clear this entire area without dying and having to fight anything, really. These last two guys, sometimes your camo will run out. Mine wasn't about to, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to kill him anyway. So kill them if you want, and then just keep moving forward and get through these Gravemind and Cortana scenes.
I will know all that I possess.
So this next room, in my opinion, is by far the hardest part of the mission. This is where you're most likely going to die. So jump up on this little bulge, jump up here. I should have had my sword out so I could kill these guys. That was a mistake. Pick up this invisibility, and you'll be all good. I kind of wait for my shields here to recharge. I try sticking that spider guy. And then I jump over this gap, come under this tunnel. You have to be very quick here or else those spiker guys will kill you. So you want to run into this cave as quickly as possible. As soon as we're up here, sword any guys in your way and quickly make your way into this cave. Thankfully, flood melee attacks in this game are worthless. When you get into this cave, activate your camo and jump over this gap. Unfortunately, we can't pick up a bubble shield, but you know what, we'll just leave it and be happy that we got through that room. Again, that room, you'll probably die your first time if you haven't practiced it. It took me about 2 tries practicing that room in order to get that down to a T.
Submit! End her torment and my own!
So now we're already at the final kind of like battle room of this level where we destroy the backup generators to destroy High Charity, but first we have to rescue Cortana. I don't know if this is a glitch in the Master Chief Collection or if the original Halo 3 was really like this, but for whatever reason in this room, like nobody really wants to shoot you. They just want to kind of hang out, you know, grab a beer, which is fine with me. More, you know, cheers, right? So just go through. Some of them might try and shoot you, but for the most part, they just want to hang out, guys. So just throw your bubble shield and pick up this invisibility. That is important, if you picked up a bubble shield. And then just make your way down this long corridor where you have Cortana and the Gravemind doing their little spiel. And at the end, you're going to free Cortana.
Rise, or I shall feast upon your bones.
This is UNSC AI serial number CTN0452-9. I am a monument to all your sins.
So break open that barrier to free Cortana. You can watch the cutscene if you want. It's actually one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire franchise. But you don't have to. If you're like me, for the sake of the video and for the sake of time, you can just run on through it and watch it later on YouTube. So the Gravemind's going to get mad at you for taking Cortana back, and he's going to like yell at you. And you're like, yeah, dude, I just want to get out of here before I destroy this place. So make your way back up this hallway, and we have to destroy the backup generators or whatever in order to destroy High Charity. In my opinion, this is super underwhelming because High Charity is this awesome, super mega structured Covenant city that got overrun by the Flood, and you destroy it so easily, and it's like, okay. I felt like this mission could have been so much better. It could have been like the pinnacle of the game, and instead it's the lowest part of the game. Anyways, personal opinion, not part of the run. So you have this big guy. I almost died here. I got really lucky. Luckily, melees from Flood like do nothing. So anyways, sword all of these guys. You don't want them bothering you. I actually pick up this bubble shield and I throw it just for some additional cover from that spiky form. Flame bomb him. These spike forms are a pain in the ass, so you're going to want to use your flame grenade or a sword to kill them. Or a plasma grenade, or any kind of grenade, really. I don't know if frag grenades do the trick, though. Anyways, kill this guy. As soon as your shields go down, activate your camo in this middle area. I had some really trouble here with grabbing a weapon. So as soon as the thing's lower, I recommend you grabbing a brute shot that just spawns out there in order to destroy these things, because it takes one brute shot. And the brute shot's actually a really effective melee weapon and a really effective just weapon against the Flood. Just ammo is your biggest concern, but you actually don't kill many things in this mission, so it is a viable weapon if you want to use it instead of the carbine. So run back to where we rescued Cortana, and we're going to grab one of these energy swords, a brand new one, and I'm going to grab an invisibility.
You heard it, Chief. Not for long. We need to get to Halo.
So these guys will kind of attack you for whatever reason. Again, they just don't shoot me, and I don't know if this has to do with MCC or if it's always been this way, but I don't remember it being this way, but my memory could be really bad. Anyways, these guys are just hanging out. They're like, oh no, I don't want to die, and you're like, sorry bud. Anyways, jump down this hole. In this room, this is the hallway again. You're going to want to hug the right side. Watch out, there's a brute up there that likes to jump down and smack you sometimes. Hang up on the right side of this room. Just run on through, headshot that guy if you can, or brute shot him. Jump up here, and if you stay high, you usually won't take this much damage. Getting my shields down that low is really, really rare. So just make your way through that room, staying on the right side and above all the enemies. This next room is where we threw that deployable cover earlier, and this is where we're going to use our invisibility. If you have a grenade, I recommend throwing it up there to try and clear out some of these guys. When you get to these weapon crates, I recommend turning on your invisibility, and you can run past all of these guys. There's a sword guy, that's no bueno if he hits you, but, you know, he can't see us. So walk in here. Thankfully, Halo 3 doesn't have rocket launcher Flood, one of my biggest gripes with Halo CE, but don't have to worry about that here. Worst thing we have are sword and shotgun Flood. In this room, the Flood will actually run away from you, but as soon as you kill one of them, you're going to piss them off, and then they're going to attack you. But you still want to kill them, because I don't think you can just run past them without them attacking you. Also, Maulers can be deadly on Legendary. So just run past that guy. He hits me a bit. This guy shoots me a bit. And then I'm like, oh shoot, I have the Flood guys coming behind me. I'm like trying to wait for my shields to charge up so he doesn't kill me. Thankfully, those carrier forms don't do nearly as much damage as they did in Halo 1. So go through the crusty butthole doors, and in this final room, Cortana's going to say, whoa, there's a friendly presence. And it's like, yeah, my boy the Arbiter is here to help me. The Flood in this room are going to target the Arbiter, so don't even worry about killing anybody. The Arbiter might jump down here, give you a high five for your zero-shot run. But besides that, just make your way to this Pelican and walk to the front of it, and that will end the mission. Super easy mission, and I'll see you guys next time on the mission Halo. Thank you guys for watching.